good afternoon. This is an oral history interview. We're the Nevada County Historical Landmarks Commission, and I want to really thank Mike Kochis for being here today. My name is Chuck Sameka. I'm a commissioner with the Landmarks Commission, and it's our function to try to preserve history for present and future generations. And Mike was kind enough to volunteer to be interviewed today because he's lived in Nevada County for many years, and as I understand it, your mother and father and other relatives have lived here for quite a while themselves.
Right, my first relatives came here in 1868.
That is
That's right.
Very
We're all
interesting.
gold miners, and I'm the first generation to go to college. Everybody else worked underground.
So I'd like to ask you this: what mines were those people working in at the time?
The Empire Mine, a lot of them were in that. The Idaho Maryland Mine, and the North Star Mine. In fact, there's one out there called the Central Shaft, and they worked in that. And they were all pretty successful. They were Cornish miners from Cornwall. My great-grandfather was a safety engineer at the Empire Mine, and the Empire and the North Star connected underground. So by the 1950s, he would go down the Empire Mine and come out the North Star Mine on the other side of town.
So I've heard there were a lot of mine shafts in the vicinity of Grass Valley.
There are. They're all over the place.
Miles, is that correct?
Miles, yes. In fact, the bottom of the Empire Mine, as it goes down, is at Empire Market, way down.
Can you tell me what it was like to grow up as a young man here in Grass Valley?
Oh, it was great. I lived right in town. So Wolf Creek, before the freeway was built, ran through town, and so we could go down there and fish right by Hennessy School and catch trout. And I played at the Empire Mine because it was in my backyard, and you knew everybody. It was wonderful. There weren't any problems. Just had to be home by dinner time.
Well, then what kind of sports did you guys do? You say you played, so I guess basketball or something?
I lived here in town, so I was at the park or the kids in the neighborhood, or we played at Hennessy School. So we spent a lot of time playing baseball and basketball and swimming and maybe some tennis. They didn't have soccer and all that like they do now.
I see. You know, new to the area myself, I've heard of a place called Olympia Park, or Lake Olympia. And was that around when you were a youngster? That was supposed to be out in northern part of Grass Valley?
Yeah, it was out where Longs and Staples and that area is. In fact, you can still see remnants of it today. And there's some little cabins up on the hill that are going to be torn down. Those were cabins. And there used to be a giant racetrack out there. This is all before my time. But my parents remember going out there, swimming. And the Nevada County Narrow Gauge used to come from Colfax to Nevada City, and that was one of their stops out there. So they would have excursion trains and everything. And one story on that, when the Nevada County Narrow Gauge was made in, 1890, 1880 something?
Something like
My
that.
great-great-grandmother was the first paying passenger on it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, she bought the first ticket. And so I've got an article from the newspaper describing that.
You have the ticket?
I do not have a ticket. I wish I did. So, and it was interesting too, that was the dividing line. And so when my father, in Grass Valley, and mother, you didn't associate with people from Nevada City. So that was like the no man's zone out there.
In between both towns.
Between both towns.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. So the train went on from where? From there? Continued to Nevada City, I see.
Oh, yeah, it stopped up to by the Chevron station up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would turn around and come back. And then the other station is on Bennett Street, which is the remnants of the old railroad yard.
Bennett Street, right here in Grass Valley.
Right. But
And then I guess it must have had a series of stops on its way back to Colfax.
it did. Peardale, there was Union Hill. And Union Hill, where the Union Hill School is, that's not Union Hill.
What is it?
No. The actual Union Hill is out where Greenhorn and Brunswick and Bennett Street meet
I see.
out there where the big cement shaft is. In fact, that was the Union Hill train station out there. In fact, Bennett Street used to be called Union Hill Road on old maps.
Well, Mike, tell me what elementary school you went to. What was your first kindergarten class? Or what?
Well, I went to Bell Hill, so that started that in 1960, and I went from kindergarten to second grade over there. And then I went over to Hennessy, and we were third through seventh grade there. And in seventh grade, they started building Lyman Gilmore. So I came here for eighth grade, first year. So we got to open this school.
Oh, so the eighth grade class was the first class here.
There was the
Well, they had the other classes.
eighth grade, it was in this wing, seventh grade down below, and then sixth grade was on the other side. So it was a sixth, seventh, and eighth grade school.
6, 7, 8. Yeah.
And the field was dirt. We'd have to walk to Condon Park for PE and walk back. It's interesting seeing the lockers over there. The lockers they gave us were in the breezeway. Well, when a storm would come, it would come this way. And my locker was on the outside, so it would get drenched,
Oh,
soaking. So you had extra clothes all the time on a rainy day.
did you have locks and everything like that on your
Yeah,
locker?
they had locks on them.
So you didn't have to worry about anybody taking
Yeah.
your stuff anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So where did you actually graduate from? In
Oh,
the
that-
auditorium or something?
No, we had it right out on the blacktop.
Hmm.
And we were the ones that named the school the Bombers.
Ah,
Yeah, because of Lyman Gilmore, the pilot, and we had some connections with Beale Air Force Base, and somebody gave us an actual bomb about this tall, and we hung it from the ceiling in the gym.
is that here anymore, I wonder?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
So anyway,
They're
that's
called the
how it came.
Bombers. They haven't changed their name.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Okay, well, so you graduated and then you went on where to high school?
To Nevada Union, I graduated in 1973. Went on to Sierra College, then went on to Sacramento State, and got into my career.
Mm-hmm. And your career was teaching from the get-go.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Taught. I coached Little League, and then it was fun, and just kind of fell into teaching because
Yeah,
other things were not my forte.
I see.
So.
Yeah. Well, we've heard a lot about the mines of this area, but what we don't hear much about are the hydraulic mines that used to be in the area. We always hear about the hard rock mines. Did you know anybody that was associated with the hydraulic mining or any information at all about that?
I did not until later on and out exploring did I find hydraulic
Mm-hmm.
places and stuff.
Well, where was one of the first hydraulic mines you located in Nevada County that you were aware of?
Well, Malakoff was always fun. Learning about Scotts Flat Reservoir up there when they had the hydraulic, and then the backside of the Empire Mine. There was some hydraulic thing that went on there.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the biggest ones. I got to explore quite a bit of Nevada County. My father loved to deer hunt.
Ah,
We weren't successful deer hunters, but we saw a lot of country hiking. Right? We would walk the NID canals, which is now the, what's the trail? The Burns
oh,
Road.
the Gracie Ditch?
The Gracie Ditch and the handicap trail.
Oh, the handicap trail, oh, that's the Independence Trail.
Independence Trail,
Right.
it was all wood flume. So we spent hours out there.
Yeah, the Independence Trail is, it's a few miles long. It goes both west and east, I think, of Highway 49 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I learned to swim at Jones Bar.
Oh, you did?
We used to go down there all the time. Yeah.
I've heard Jones Bar used to have what they called a way to get from one side to the other on a mining cart or something that went across
They
the
did.
pond.
They had a cable that was stretched and it had two pulleys, and one person could get in it and work the pulley to get
Oh,
across.
so it wasn't powered, you had to
No,
walk
it
yourself
did it.
across.
Yeah, and I remember one time my great aunt got her finger cut in
Ooh.
the river, but yeah, that was a way to get across the river, and that was in the 60s.
Yeah, the from what I understand, the Independence Trail was the Excelsior Ditch of its day, and it was one of the largest, longest, very many miles, over 20 miles long. It went all the way from upstream of 49 crossing down to Smartsville for hydraulic mines. There was a bunch of hydraulic mines probably down in that area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all over the place
Mhm.
as we find them now.
Yep, yep. So when you were here at Lyman Gilmore, did you play sports?
I did. We had a basketball team. It was 7th and 8th graders on the same team, so they had an A team and a B team, and they had a flag football team.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you wanted to play baseball, you had to sign up for Little League. They didn't have a girls team. Girls were
Well, what did the
cheerleaders.
girls do here at Lyman Gilmore for sports?
Watch the boys play. They did.
I assume you're serious.
I am serious. They didn't have girls' sports. They were cheerleaders or they were
Yeah.
nothing.
Times change.
Times do change. Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's interesting
Show.
talking to you. You want to show something here?
Yeah, let me show you this.
Okay.
This is the first day packet that your parents got, and they have the rules and everything in it.
So every student got this.
Yeah, paper. So
Now that says, what year does it say on there? 19?
this is 1968. So it was 68 and 69. This is height of the Vietnam War too.
That's right.
So a lot of my friends had brothers that were off in war and stuff. So pretty interesting that some of the rules says that each student must cooperate with the wishes of any teacher or aide, and they must refer to them as Miss, Mrs.
And that's how you
Mr.
talk to teachers there.
Yeah,
Is that what you did?
you bet I did.
Okay.
And same rules apply today. No knives, guns, bullets, cap pistols, water pistols, caps for cap guns. I don't think these guys know what a cap gun is.
Mike, I'm looking at your, I guess it's your introductory packet for each of the students. And I see something that looks like a submarine on the front there. It says Lyman Gilmore, Gilmore in the bottom, and this object in the center. What in heaven's name is that?
That's supposed to be a drawing of Lyman Gilmore's plane.
That's the plane. Okay.
Because Lyman Gilmore supposedly flew before the Wright brothers did.
Now, can you tell me how you know that?
Just historical research and stuff. And
Okay.
I forget when he passed away, but my mother remembers him, seeing him around, that he was scruffy and had a beard, him and his brother, and they had a airport out here, and they would fly.
Interesting.
In fact, one of the stories is they flew over town and clipped the top of a big redwood tree that stood for many years down there in town.
Well, we have to place a monument.
Yeah.
Put a plaque there.
Great.
And what do you have there?
So this is the graduation program from 1969. Not much in it, but lists all the speakers and stuff. So that was what, 57 years ago? And then this is the yearbook. And I don't even know if the school has the yearbook at this time.
Well, I have no idea.
So
We'll have to ask the students.
yeah, we'll have to see.
So that's a yearbook.
That's the yearbook. Very first one.
The very first yearbook, Lyman Gilmore Bombers, 1968, 1969, Grass Valley, California. Oh, and there's photographs inside.
Oh yeah, lots of photographs.
And Mr. Vernon was the superintendent.
Mr. Vernon Bond.
Is that the principal or?
He was the superintendent of the Grass Valley School District.
Aha, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot to see there. There's a lot of students. How many students do you think in that first year? Any idea?
I think we had 7 8th grade classes.
Mhm.
So I don't know how many. Say 30,
30 per
200
class.
some,
200 or some students.
250.
Now it'd probably be quite a few more. I would think it would be. Well, and then you went on after you came back to Nevada County. You were a school teacher at Union Hill. And I thought I'd point out this. This is Mike Kochis and another fellow instructor, but they've changed their hair color. Now, why would you do something like that for the students at Union Hill?
Well, we like to have fun with our 8th graders, so we would always make bets with them. And I think that was graduation too. So if they could meet our demands or something, we would dye our hair pink or we would dye our hair blonde or whatever.
Well, I think it would have been fun to go to your school, Mike.
It was fun.
What I
He
had
was
to
a
say.
character. He was a character.
I see.
He was a science teacher, and one time he had a skeleton in his classroom. So And he was very protective of that skeleton. It was on wheels. So
It was the real thing.
So one of my 8th grade classes, we snuck in, we stole the skeleton, and we took it and we hid it around the campus. Well, that freaked the whole junior high out, because now everybody had to find the skeleton.
Mess up with the
And everybody
skeleton.
ran out of every class, and it didn't matter who was teaching what to find that skeleton all over campus. So, but everybody had a good time. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for your, candid answers to my questions.
Sure.
Fantastic job. Sometime I'd like you to come back and we can talk more.
Sure. Be
Is that
great.
okay with you?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Okay.